Live.
Hey Diego, hey Steve. Good to see you guys again.
Yeah, you too. Hey, Diego, is that still the
Hi again.
roosters I hear in the background? They do it in the morning and in the evening?
Yes, it's time for sleeping. Exactly. They are like at 1 block from my house.
All right.
Looks like we have a lot to talk about with the Guatemala folks getting back to us.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Everybody got the graphic design from them.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw one. It seemed like a mock-up for just the home page. Is that right? Just the front page?
hmm
So, Jason, do you want to drive and we'll watch your screen and then we'll talk about what's on your screen?
All right, I'm trying to pull up the screen now. Go ahead and share my desktop. And then,
Video feedback.
yeah, I'm trying to find out what thread did it come in.
Well, her name is Paola, I think. Paola.
Paola.
Paola. Paola. Yeah,
Paola.
Paola. Right. And it seemed like it was the graphic design for the front page, not any of the inner pages, but the front page. And I liked it. I liked the feel of it. Get rid of the U. Paola. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, this graphic is nice. This right here, the gears and the hands and the nice clear label. You know, I think there's a question of whether or not that should be BeagleBone or you know the BeagleBoard.org community.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Um, but hardware is misspelled.
Yep.
Yes.
But and I'm not sure what these icons really are going for. Also, I don't know what the action is on the join now. Is that to join the mailing list? What is that? What's that action?
Right.
Um, and then these, um, the appearance of these. I'm not sure what the play button means. Yeah, I assume that's to kind of start the tutorial, but I don't know that I don't know if you
Yeah,
think of.
that is a little strange because it implies that it's a video that's going to play for you. Yeah.
And then it's kind of ditching the shape of the cards um, for the tutorials.
Right.
Like
Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I agree that there's a lot of tweaks that need to be made, but I'm glad to see some graphic design stuff here to get us going in the right direction anyway. But yeah, there's a lot to be tweaked and changed. So we just got to clarify to them how to tweak and change.
Yeah, I'd also like to try to get it aligned a little bit more with what the website banner looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that it doesn't look like a separate site. I mean, either the main site needs to be aligned with this, or this needs to be aligned with the main site, one or the other.
Yep, I
Like
agree.
the header and the borders go.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she took some chances and went outside the box, and now we'll just reel her in where appropriate.
Yeah. I'm not sure. So what's the next step? How do we go about giving the feedback? Do we have other feedback?
Well, should we mark it? What is that right now? A JPEG? Is that a JPEG?
That's a JPEG. Yes.
So should we mark up the JPEG, or is that going to be too much marking up?
I'm not sure. Can we mark up a JPEG in here?
Hey Diego, do you know how to mark up a JPEG easily?
Not really. I see
Okay.
Jason just there's something up right now.
Edit draw app. All right.
It says it's not supported on this platform.
Yes. What are you using?
Mac,
Ubuntu.
OS X.
It works for you, Steve.
I hit the add button, and I've never used the app in here before.
So do you think you can bring in the editor, an editor?
Yeah, so I'm trying the draw app right now. Oh boy. Yeah, it's saying draw is not supported on the platform for me also, because I'm on my screen and it's saying the same thing.
Oops. 1 minute.
Yep. So Diego, what did you think about that graphic design? Is there anything on there that you think is usable, or do you start over, or what do you think?
I like it, but I think that we're going to have issues with her because I don't know if you read Oscar's email last time that I think she doesn't have time right now for working or things like that. So if we're going to give her feedback,
Uh-oh, your audio cut out, Diego. You there? Hello?
hello?
Hello, yes, there you are. You're back. Yep. So yeah, you were saying if we're going to give her
No,
feedback.
I'm telling you, yes, if we're going to give her feedback, if we're going to give her feedback, I think we're going to have a delay answer from her because if you remember her Oscar's last email, he was telling us that she's right now quite busy with her job.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, but okay. So she's not going to be responsive to feedback, and keep going back and forth with iteration.
Yes, it's not going to be. I imagine. I'm not sure. I hope that no.
Now, Diego, do you think you could take maybe parts and pieces of her graphic design and chop it up and use it, like the color scheme and some of the graphics, but where you're actually putting it together and you're handling how everything's laid out with the JavaScript and just using her graphics?
Yeah, but I don't know. First of all, I want to see actually what was she thinking about. For example, the ones where it says hardware requirement, upload images. I don't know if those are buttons. I have to
Well,
quite under.
Well, she doesn't understand the project and the purpose and the goals as well as we do. So it's irrelevant what she was thinking about. She was just trying to give us, icons and buttons and things, and she wasn't sure how we were using them. For instance, she made that a video, but it's not really a video. It's entering a tutorial, and so
Yeah,
maybe we need to take her graphics, because she had a fresh look on things, and maybe we need to take some of her graphics and just implement them in our own way, you know?
Exactly. For example, if she can give me those graphics, those hands with the ears, I can probably use them on the project and
Right,
try to do the same effect that she has over there.
right. And I wonder if we don't ask her to make changes, but we just ask her to give us the source files where you can edit and tweak them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, I will try to do my best. I don't think that's
Yeah,
something I can do.
Yeah, I'm no graphic designer though. I don't know what she even used. You know, whether it's Photoshop or Illustrator or what. I don't know. But I think that if we ask her for source files so that we can have you make, pull the graphics out and make quick edits, I think she might like that because it's asking her to do less, right?
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
So that's how we'll do it. We'll come up with we will come up with a list of ideal changes on our end, and then I'll go to her and say, here's a list of our changes, and if you don't want to do them, give us the source files, and we'll just work with it, you know?
That's a good idea.
Okay, good. So then when Jason gets back, then we'll just kind of run through a list of what we think the ideal changes are, and then go from there.
Okay.
And I'll be responsible for contacting her and Oscar because I was the one that made the connection originally, so I'll be glad to try to push it through.
Okay. I was working this week on the. I don't know if I will start showing you. Then if Jason comes, when Jason comes, I will show it again.
Okay.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, I do. Let me click on it. Yep, there it is.
Okay, I was making some changes in the code about the create, and this is like the new version. I don't know if I think I see it a little bit more clean than the last time. It allows me to move the cards the position I want.
Oh yeah, drag and drop there. Yep, yep.
Yes, I can rename the cards.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Dice. Oh, your audio went away again, Diego. For some reason, it cuts out.
No, yes, I was
Okay.
telling you I have.
Oh, your audio's gone again. So you're telling us that you have what?
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to fix this.
Okay. So now I'm having a video by myself here.
Wait.
So this is exciting. We're working on a tutorial system for. Oh, Jason's listening. All right. So this is exciting. We're working on a tutorial system for Bone101. It'll be an interactive tutorial platform where people can try code live and run it on their BeagleBone. And I'm really excited to jump in and start making some tutorials using this new platform. And Diego's going to walk us through some developments he's made on the platform right now. Right now he's fixing his audio. So right now Diego's fixing his audio, and he'll be joining us momentarily.
You have a voice for radio there, Steve.
Thank you. I'm an occasional announcer at kickboxing shows.
Seriously?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do one this Friday.
Excellent.
But I run lights and do the announcing at the same time, so it's a little overwhelming. So sometimes I just do the lights. But a few weeks ago, I did an announcing at a kickboxing, and I was running the lights, and I had a Wii controller. And while I was announcing, I would say, "In the blue corner," and I would make all the lights blue. It was pretty cool.
Excellent.
I'll be running it from a BeagleBone soon.
Looking forward to the tutorial on that one.
Yeah. It's just simple DMX with a little control on the front end. Nothing bad. But the hard part's going to be getting the access to the Bluetooth and the Wii controller through BoneScript. I'm not sure if I can do that yet.
I've done it before, but I've yet to take the time to clean it all up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad to do the Wiimote or even the Wii remote, right? So I don't know which one you're doing. Like, if you're doing the full Wii controller with Bluetooth, or are you doing the I2C?
I have an old school Wii controller with Bluetooth. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, but you can use both of them. You can use the nunchuck,
Yeah.
like the I2C device, or you can use the Bluetooth one. Both will work. I've used both.
Oh, okay. I haven't used the nunchuck. Yes, Diego, we hear you.
Okay,
There's
I'm
an
back.
upload.
Sorry.
On my voice. But oh well.
Okay. Yes, sorry, I'm back.
Okay. So I think Jason's back too, unless I think she's back. Yep. So yeah, so Jason, while you were gone, I was just saying that we can run through a list of what changes we would want to make, and then I'll be responsible for communicating that to Paola. And if she's too busy, like Diego was saying, then I'll ask her to give us the source files so that Diego can make little tweaks on his end.
Okay. Well, I
Go ahead.
pretty much ran through my initial feedback earlier in this video, so.
Okay. Yep. I'll review that and share it with her. Yep.
All right, Diego.
And then Diego's going to walk us through something right now, I think.
Yes, I still have, I remember last meeting we have, you told me that the autosave was something you would like to have, and I was in it. So I did it, but, well, it's 98% done. I have one bug there, so I don't know how to fix it. It's just a special case. But currently, this is, for example, the create view. If you see, I quite make the changes Jason told me. I have still this issue with the CSS here. I already found it. I just need to update something, but that's so. The toolbar is on top of the Big Open Black layout. This is how you told me you wanted, Jason.
Yeah, perfect. The only thing that's, there's of course the border itself, but there's also that resize box inside
this one here.
Little gray part. Yeah, that part right there.
I don't know. I have tried, but I was thinking the following: that, for example, each time that you will see the scroll bar appears, a message is going to appear telling to the user that please create a new card. Because this one I cannot take it out. I have tried several ways for doing it, and I can't.
Well, I'm pretty confident that it's a CSS setting.
I was thinking that. Well, I will try to continue seeing it. Probably I said that last week and I did it. Yes, but right now this is like my first solution. I have that. For example, I'm writing text, and suddenly a message is going to appear. And please, you have get the limit of amount of text. Please.
Hello?
Hello, Diego. Your voice cut out again.
I have to solve this because yes, it's really. Like now?
Yeah,
Hello?
we can hear you. That's
Hi?
good. Yep. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you right now. Yep.
Okay. Yes. I was telling you, Jason. Yes, I will try to. I have to do it actually. I will see how I take this little square from here then. For adding new cards, I have this scrollable. I don't know if you're okay.
Oh, your voice went away again.
Yeah, I like that. I like the look of that overall. I think that whole thing is pretty nice. I think the only thing that's maybe confusing is what type of card it is, because initially you had the difference between a code card versus an HTML card. So everything shouldn't be an HTML card, right? There
Okay,
should be some
I only
all JavaScript and.
okay. I have
Diego,
it this way. The preview card, as we talked last, I don't know. Hi.
Hello?
Yes. I don't know. Do you? What was the last thing I said?
So I was asking about the types of cards, and so you said you had the preview
Okay.
card, but I didn't see anything for the equivalent of like a JavaScript card or any other type of files other than. So how did you do the? How did you create the code?
I have 3 cards. I'm using the Ace editor here. This big one. I just have. This is something I was asking you last time.
All right, Diego, your voice went away again, and there's a very big delay.
And the rest. And
Oh, it's back now. It's cutting in and out. There you are. Keep going now. Oh, he's gone completely now.
Wow. This technology, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're lucky to be talking to him in Honduras, but yeah, there's certainly challenges. Yeah, so now there's a lot of noise. Is that you?
Might be. I'm just waiting to hear from Diego, so I might just go on mute again.
Okay.
Unless you have something you'd like to hear about from me.
No. Like I said, I'm going to contact Paola about the changes you already said, and I'll be responsible for making that happen.
Okay.
Hey, it looks like he's back.
All right, I'm gonna go to mute just to make sure that I'm not interfering with Diego speaking.
Okay.
hi again.
Hello there. So yeah, we
Okay.
were talking about the cards on the left, and you just kept cutting out while you were showing us.
Yes. Okay. I was showing.
So we don't have your screen now, so share your screen so we can see what you're doing. Uh-oh.
Here. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I do. There it is.
Okay. I was telling you third time. I was asking a season about, for example, how many code cards do we want to add to the tutorial. So I did it this way. We have the preview card. That this one is going to be the one for the index card, for the index or the home page where we're going to have all the listed all the tutorials. Just a small information about the tutorial. I have the code card.
Shouldn't the size of the preview card be smaller, and shouldn't it be HTML? It should be the small size for the preview card.
Oh, the small size. Okay. Wow, that's going to be really small. Do you really want the small size here?
Well, that's what the preview is going to be, because when you have the long listing.
You're right on that. Okay, I have to change that. I'm writing it. Okay. The second one is the code card. Here I'm using the Ace editor for doing it for this. And then I have the normal cards. These ones are every type of card we can add, images, videos, we can rename them.
So I'm sorry. How are you inserting the different cards again? Is it when you hit the plus? Do you have a selection? I'm missing it in the video.
Yes. Do you see it?
It must be too fast for me. I keep missing it.
Wait, I will share all the.
Yeah, Diego, when you hit plus, it just a new card appears with the next number, right?
Yes. Here, a new card appears. Do you see it or no?
Yeah.
Well,
So it does,
but how do you change the type? I'm confused on how do you change the type?
The type or the name?
The type.
Okay. Currently, all of my cards are just HTML. That's why I was telling you. I only have one code card. But if I want, for example, to have the, if I have a pop-up right now comment that it tells you if you want code or HTML card. But I don't know. I was trying to define that with you, but I couldn't contact you.
Okay.
But you want then, for example, the pop-up that asks you code or normal card.
Yeah, I'd want a pop-up that asks you whether you want a code card or a normal card. I don't know what other type of card we might have. I think that might be it.
Do you think there's going to be something else in the future, or we define those as code card and normal card?
There may be. So it doesn't hurt to leave some mechanism for doing something different in the future, but I'm not aware of anything else besides those.
Okay. Yeah. So that will be, and the delete option I have right now is just to remove them. Currently, I cannot remove the preview card, neither the code card. If I want to remove it, it's going to, you cannot delete the preview or the code card.
that seems okay. I mean, all tutorials will have a preview and code, right?
Yes.
I
I don't know if you want this, for example, the code card to be always by default or no.
Go ahead, Jason.
I could imagine there being not a code card at some point in time, but you'd always have a preview card.
Okay.
Now, Jason, one thing I want to ask you is about the outline of the beagle bone. So I think he's done it all in CSS, and he's said he's having some CSS issues.
Right.
If he works out those issues, do you like that, or should we take a different approach by maybe like using some kind of an image, so it can be fancier, and then putting the text box inside of the image, or do you like staying with the CSS shell thing?
What are you talking about in terms of the text box?
Well, does this thing have to dynamically resize?
No.
Like using CSS magic?
No, I don't think it does. I think it stays the same size.
Right. So since
Yes,
we don't have to do any CSS magic on it, it seems like we could have more of a an image that looks. I don't know. This to me, it's. I mean, it might be okay, but it's very stick-like, right? I don't know. There's no graphic design element to it, but it's a CSS outline in it, But
yeah, it seems like there could be more stuff around it. There could also, I think, there could be more stuff sort of in it, that are standard controls, some other stuff within it. I think you can do more with the the graphic layout than just as it is. Um, you know, I guess if you're, what you're talking about changing, I'm looking. Maybe you can give some specific suggestions on ways that could be made to look better.
Does it even, just thinking out loud here, does it even make sense to take a picture of a real beagle bone and have that, all around the edges, and then just put our text box in the middle or over top of it? But I don't know. Maybe that looks stupid. Right now it's a stick man, it's a stick outline, and I'm just wondering what we can do to pretty it up. I don't know any specifics though.
Okay, I think I hear what you mean. So something that was more, less sticky, more, less, not just a border, but something that actually contained more of the graphical elements.
Yeah, but admittedly, we don't want to take away from the usable space that's in there. I do admit that, right?
Yeah, it needs to be, how to say, it needs to be like cartoony.
Yeah, yeah. Right now it's very plain, right? And maybe that's okay, because sometimes plain is good. But right now it's very plain, very plain.
Right. It could be more interesting.
Yeah, that toolbar up top, so that's just like a standard toolbar. Diego, you didn't make those buttons. It's just some kind of standard widget toolbar, right?
Is that
Uh-oh. I didn't hear that one, Diego. Go ahead and say it again. Uh-oh. Your voice is gone.
Note editor? Hello?
Hello,
I'm
you.
using
I
the
heard.
Summer Note editor, and
Okay.
yes, I'm using the Summer Note editor, and this editor has that toolbar, so I'm using just the toolbar of the editor.
Okay, I see. Yep. So again, this falls right back to a graphic design type challenge, Um, and Paola never gave us a treatment on this page. She only gave us a treatment on the home page. So it's hard to talk like a graphic designer.
Right, right. Is there a, so have you seen the fritzing, I don't know, graphic for Beagle before?
I believe so. Yeah, Adafruit uses that, right? And so essentially, they're just JPEGs that you can draw lines around on, right? Essentially.
Yeah, more or less.
Right. So I was wondering if having like a JPEG type thing with a text box overlay, but that might look bad. I don't know. But then, how do you handle the toolbar on top also?
The JPEG, I mean, it's it's fairly clean. It's not just like a picture of the board. It's I don't know if we want to bring it up.
Sorry.
If you go to the trying to think of where you can find. Well, it's what all the things that are the existing drawings are all drawn in. Like if you go to the existing Bone101 images, right? All the board design graphics are all done that way.
Okay. So Diego, can you go there so he can talk us through what he's saying?
To where? Excuse me.
Where's he going, Jason? Bone.
The existing Bone101. So if you go to beagleboard.org and visit the learn BoneScript library. If you click on one of the demos down below on the left-hand side, which should eventually fill out. I don't know why it's taking so long to load the menu, but
Okay. So Jason, what are you referring to here?
The if you go to one of the, well, even if you scroll down, well, not that one, any of the digital read, digital write, anything where you hook up some hardware to it, it's going to have a fritzing diagram next to it. Wow, that one doesn't. I guess that's the onboard LED. Look at external LED.
Okay, so yeah, there is the fritzing type of situation. Right, and so what I was wondering, if we take that and turn it on its side and put the text box in the, in the middle of it and maximize our real estate, then it has more of a graphic element to it, as long as it looks good.
Yeah, so maybe we can add just some more of the elements, like the headers, or the some of the outline pieces to it. If you wanted to try to enhance it, to try to add some additional graphical elements, I mean, that could make some sense to me.
Okay, and then the toolbar would just be floating up above it like it is now, or somehow tie them together?
Um, the toolbar can be, what do you mean tied together?
Well, visually, does it just float on top like it is now,
Well,
or?
the reason I wanted it outside of the reason I wanted the toolbar outside of it was because when you're editing, I wanted you to see exactly how the box is going to look in the end.
Right.
If you're doing grabbing graphics and moving elements around, I just wanted it to be exactly like the, yeah, just exactly like what you already had. I mean, what you really have for the.
I'm just confirming something. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Oh, entrance. Basically, this is the same tutorial. This is the same tutorial for the. It's the same tutorial actually. I don't know. As at the beginning when I was making my proposal, at first I thought about
Using fritzing?
The drawing should still be done with fritzing. It's just
no, just starting, for example, something like this.
something just like what we started with.
We lost you, Diego. We can't hear you anymore.
No, what I mean is, for example, I think that we are currently. What about that? Yes, I'm telling you. I think that we are like losing the original idea of having them on cards. Because if we're the idea, for example, when we have something on a card, we know that we're going to have a limited amount of space and a limited amount of information. So also, for example, I don't know, I remember that when I was in primary and I started with index cards, that I tried to have them the least simple possible, because that way I will have all my concentration on information of the card, not on the what's around of it. I don't know if you get me what I'm trying to tell you about that.
Yeah, Diego, that was my initial thinking as well. That was exactly the point I was trying to go for with the cards, is to to try to get bite-sized pieces of information down in each step.
Just because I know probably it doesn't look so fancy and super wow, but the idea of the cards, actually I thought it was that, just concentrating on the user and what he has to do. Forget about the fancy things, about those things, the nicey things other pages have. For example, here when we see the other fruit, we have wow, this is publicity of them. We start seeing another links, focusing on another things, and while you're only on here, you're only focused on what you have to do. So
I agree. I agree.
I'm having
And
just imagined that if we start adding more elements card, we're going to lose that. But I don't know you.
I completely agree. You know, there's graphic design things that need to be done, but right now isn't necessarily the best time to do them. You know, because you're building this framework, and so I guess I got to turn down the graphic design requirements and just get the framework in place, right?
So the autosave capability was there, but it had to go away. Is that what it is?
Right currently, yes, I have it right now commented. But for example, if you check out my gist, you're going to see how many tries I have. I have been each time I change content on the card, it's saving it.
So it looks like there's only like 3 different revisions. That doesn't look like so many.
Let's wait. These were the ones I have been trying today.
Now it's saving as
Probably
a revision or as a wholly new card.
it's the same revision.
Steve, did you understand the answer?
He said it's saving as a revision.
Saving as a revision. Okay.
Yes, as revision here.
Okay. Yeah. So a bunch. I mean, so is there a reason why you turned it off? Then it seems to be working.
Yes, because I was having one bug with at the moment for saving some code on the code card. So that's why I turned it off right now. I want to fix it before uploading. I don't like to upload code with bugs, and then probably I know which is the error, and people will start telling me this is wrong, and I haven't solved it. That's why.
Okay.
Well, everyone went quiet.
So yeah, Diego, the last thing you were saying about keeping it simple and to the point there, I totally agree. And your project should be focusing on getting this thing working, the framework of it, and not bogged down in graphic design. Because the right person can pretty it up on the fly, when the time is right and the right person comes along. So I agree. So, Diego, what are the next steps for you? I'm getting excited to start entering in some tutorials here. When should I start doing that? Jason's voice is not working, and he's saying fix autosave. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
My voice
On Wednesday in our ERC meeting, I will. Okay. Yes, I'm telling you. On Wednesday on our ERC meeting, I will. On Wednesday on our ERC meeting, I will give the link to the students of the other students of the Bone project, so they can help me adding tutorials or things like that. And also for you, Steve, so you can start adding tutorials.
Yeah, that'd be great. I got a couple ready to go. Yeah.
So right now I have another question returning back to what should I be working on or no, because should I worry a lot about design or no? I'm a little quite confused. Because for example, right currently I haven't added, but I am working on the edit page. For example, I only click on my profile name and I will have all my available gigs. All of my available tutorials have created, but I only have them with the links, so I know that looks helpful, but I don't know. You want to see it right now that way? I invest time of trying to fix it so it can look nice, or I just leave it that way.
Go ahead and show it to us.
Great.
I think what we're looking for was something maybe a little too complicated. So I'm kind of I'd like to see what's there, because I know we were looking for something that was like the project sorting, but we wanted to have, the preview card view.
Give me 1 minute, not 1 second. I would like to if it.
So, Jason, this particular time right now, 7 o'clock our time on a Monday night, is that good for a weekly thing for you, or should we consider a different time for a weekly?
It's not always the best.
Right.
It's kind of a family time.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. So perhaps do we go back to the 6 a.m.?
I like this better than the 6 a.m.
Okay. Right.
Those are my choices. I'll stick to this.
Jason, but it's better this hour than midnight or 2 of the morning.
Yeah. That one was pretty bad last night. I was not even awake for that. I came onto the I got up out of the bed because it just turned out to be too late to stay up. I got up out of the bed to come out and join that meeting last night. Not a lot of fun.
Hey, how was your 4th of July?
Super.
Yeah, mine was great too. Yeah. Jason, what'd you do for the 4th?
We saw some, we mostly went to the park. We just kind of went to the park and hung out. And we saw some fireworks and stuff, but we didn't make a big point of it. Went to the park, went to the movies, went out to dinner. Played some cards, played some euchre.
Euchre, huh?
That's something I really admire from American culture. You really celebrate 4th of July, your Independence Day.
Up here, fireworks have gotten to be a really big thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw some great ones the other day. It was the first time I've ever seen one explode and then a parachute came out of it, and it was on fire, a parachute floating to the ground. It was really cool.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever shoot bottle rockets as a kid? I mean,
Yes.
model rockets
Yes.
with the parachutes.
No, I never did one with a parachute. No.
Your model rockets never had parachutes?
Well, I did bottle rockets. But,
Oh, I'm sorry. I said bottle rockets at first. I meant model rockets. You know, the balsa wood things that
okay.
that you build up, and then you buy the engines. They have these off-the-shelf engines. You put igniters in them, and you launch them, and you generally put parachutes in them. Some of them you make just float back down, just based on how they're structured.
Yeah.
But mostly they're aerodynamic enough where they it would become, if you were to let them just fall, they would become a projectile and likely stab somebody. So you put a parachute in them. It's kind of neat. The engine burns out, and then it has a few seconds of kind of transition from there's kind of a transition phase, and then the last thing it does is shoots the other direction, right? So instead of shooting down in the rocket, it shoots up in the rocket, and you put some padding in there, and the parachute, and that launches the parachute out of the top.
Nice. No, I never did those. I never did.
It's a lot of fun.
Nice. All right, Diego. You ready? We're
Okay.
waiting.
Yes. Well, basically, this is what I have. I'm just trying. I do a search of all my GIFs and I start searching for this. The description that is Bone101. All of my all of the tutorials I create, they go created with that same. This one here, I will show it.
So it's based on the title. They're all the title, the Bone101 tutorial.
Exactly. Because I'm doing that hard code here at the moment of creating it. Where the hell is my JSON? Ouch. Description Bone101 tutorial. So that's the way I'm getting them. Basically, how I was telling you, I only have the list. Right now they're not working, of course. I click this, and the idea of this is going to come back to the create with all the information. But that's what I mean. This is it will not be the create. It will be the edit with the information. It will be the same page as the create, but it's going to be named edit, and we'll have the information that is on the GIS, so you can edit it. Hello?
Jason, are you thinking about something there?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about if there's anything else we can do to kind of just to really get some design documents to make this stuff really, really clear, because we seem to still be dancing around without a complete picture of all the pieces that go into the design. So do you have a summary of all the different views, right? So you have the because I'm confused a little bit what the new create is and that list view is.
Sorry, this new creates me just creating random names. This has to be created user list.
Okay, so it'll be some.
Yes, created tutorials, something like that. I'm just renaming I just created a file like that when I was working on it. That's why I have not even uploaded it, because I know last time you asked me about the name. This was created tutorials. I have all the tutorials have created.
Okay. And with that,
this is not new creators. And after I click that, I'm going to have come to a new page. That one is completely messy. It will say something edit, where I will pass by parameter, the ID, something, say this. I will get all the information here.
So you can fork it, right? So you don't have to start with a blank tutorial.
Exactly. That's the idea. It mess, so that's why I don't show it. I have one issue with naming things.
What kind of dog do you have there, Steve?
It's a dachshund. It's a dachshund, mini dachshund. His name's Chompers. And what about you, Jason? You got one in the background, or is that Diego?
That's not me. Ah, yes, that's mine. Sorry, I have two.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I have one Chow Chow and one Pitbull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only had a cat, so it was actually the vet calling earlier that I had to answer the phone.
Oh.
A sick cat. All right. Do we have a list of actions now?
I do.
Yep, and so do I. Yep.
Who begins first?
Well, I'll do mine probably tomorrow morning first thing so that I can get it over to them for tomorrow.
Okay. Mine are these ones. I will write them here on the chat also, so they can stay as record.
Is anything needed from me?
Right now, no.
Nope, not that I know of. Nope.
I like the sound of that.
So, Jason, when it's ready to go live and people are ready to start putting in tutorials, and even if we ask other students to put them in, when people give feedback, what's the best way to do it? Like, sending an email to Diego is probably not the best way because then other people can't participate, right? So would it be a thread on that GStock Google group? Is that the best way?
That would be the best way.
Okay. Because then everybody can see it and participate. And...
Yeah.
What about using the GitHub issue request?
That was going to be the next thing I mentioned. So for the stuff that's actually on the GitHub, then use the issue tracker on GitHub.
Okay.
And submit pull requests if you have changes to the core system that you'd like to change.
Okay. And Diego, earlier you were saying that once it's ready to test and put tutorials in, you were going to contact some other students and ask them. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so let's let everybody know, how to best communicate feedback back to you instead of sending an email, right?
Okay.
Cool. So Diego, when do you think is a good time frame, a good timetable to start doing that, entering it in and testing? Is it next Monday? Is it tomorrow? Is it a week? Or what do you think?
Wednesday to Friday.
Okay, excellent. Just let me know because I look forward to it. Okay, and then I'll start giving you feedback.
Oh. Okay.
Because we'll probably uncover a lot of good things to talk about by the act of going through the process,
Question: where are we having our next meeting? On Friday or next Monday?
It seems like we'll do it. Do we need to do it? Do we need to do it twice? So should we do? My Friday is going to be pretty bad.
Yeah, me too. I prefer Monday.
Okay.
Okay,
I
Monday.
think once a week is good because we do the weekly meeting on Wednesday. We're always on IRC. As long as all three of us have a weekly, I think that's fine.
Okay.
So Monday's good for me. Now, Diego, can you do it earlier in the day, or can we do it during the middle of the day sometime, or is that not possible for you?
The problem is that I have some compromise at college. That's why I try to get escape. Well, if I have a free time, I will let you know. But really, I don't promise you anything.
At college? So you go to college all day on
Yes.
Monday? Is that it? Okay.
Yes, I'm taking one course right now. I'm doing some extra work over there. So my what's the name of this? Tuition is not so expensive.
Okay. Yep. Yep. And do they have good internet for you at the college? University?
Yes. It depends on the time also.
Okay. Yep.
Well, if you have some free time during the day on Monday, we can probably move this up because during we'll just ping Steve and myself and see if we can happen to do it earlier. Otherwise, we'll do it at the same time
Okay.
again Monday.
Okay, I will try to get some time and I will try to communicate with you if I have it.
Excellent. That'd be great. Okay. So I'm going to do my action items tomorrow morning and then see you guys on Wednesday, right?
Yep. See you on the IRC on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yep. Sounds great.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Yep. Bye.